भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः स्तुष्टुवंस्वस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्ददातु। ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। नमो नमः। Good evening all. Welcome to the Mandukya Upanishad. Every Upanishad starts with a peace mantra. In Atharva Veda, 3 Upanishads, Mundaka, Mandoka and Shatprashna Upanishad starts with the peace mantra, same peace mantra. Prayer for appetite for hearing good things, appetite for seeing good things, appetite for making the limbs strong, and doing as long as we live, our actions are pleasing to the divine beings. The noble people should appreciate. We are not here to get the acclamation from the ordinary people. We want the illumined people to be proud of our accomplishment. That is the mantra. And the Upanishad, as I mentioned earlier, Varuna is the Rishi. It's a mantra drishtara, and Bhagavan, he himself did the Upadesha to Manduka Rishi. Varuna in the form of frog. Initially it was taught by Hayagriva to Brahma, Brahma to Varuna, Varuna to Manduka Rishi. This is the parampara. This Manduka Upanishad, it's one of the shortest Upanishads with the 12 mantras. It is talking about the seed of all. When you know the seed of all from which everything stems out, everything is known. In Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna talks about Omitye ekaksharam brahma vyaharan ma manusmaran yaprayati tejan deham sayati paramam gatim. Om iti eka aksharam brahma. He is talking about Om is the monosyllable representing the Supreme Lord. Vyaharan, Vyahara, from which everything has stemmed out. Mamanusmaran, Yaprayati, one leaves the body, saying Om as one departs, thinking of Lord. That person, for that person there is no rebirth. If you know whole life, our mind is always outbound. Mind cannot accidentally think of the Lord. In the last minute of the life, the whatever things we entertained, some may be, I am very angry with that person. Day and night I think of that person. I hate that person. I hate that person. As I am departing, kicking the bucket, that only memory comes. Memory comes. So whatever you hate, whatever you like, that alone. I was besides one person who was dying. He was in the last minute, he was talking about get me that fruit, get me this chocolate, get me that the cake. Only talking, only what I will get, I want to get that one, and I want to eat, and saying so he died. We say, thinking of Lord, it's a Om is a monosyllable, it's a mantra is, it's not difficult, just to say Om and die, and it is not possible. It is Sri Krishna says, even the one, it's the easiest of that one, saying Om and thinking of the Lord, that person reaches the highest. What is Om? This Upanishad exhaustively talks about that one. What is Om iti etad aksharam idam sarvam tasya upakhyanam bhutam bhavat bhavishyati sarvam omkara eva yachanya trikalatitam tad omkara eva. It is talking about etad, what is inside, aksharam, inexhaustible. Whatever outside is subject to change. What was, it is different. What is now, tomorrow it will be different. Everything is changing, but there is a changeless, a platform. We need a strong platform, changeless platform. Then only we can operate all through our life. We are looking for a reliability. I want a reliable person. I want to invest. Where I invest, I get a maximum return. Wherever I try, I realize it is a quicksand. I trusted so much, it is not giving a lasting happiness. I want a platform where I get lasting happiness. Whatever I try outside, it won't give lasting happiness. This one, it is talking about inside. It is a platform. It gives a lasting platform, lasting happiness. Lasting happiness. Bhuta bhavat bhavishyati iti sarvam omkara eva. Yachanyat, past, present and future. Om is it was, it is, it will be. I was, I am, I will be. These tenses are there. 3 tenses are there: past, present and future. But beyond the tense is measured on the clock, outside clock. When all outside clock stops, what remains? Trikalatita, there is no time. Time factor is not there. We are here, we are bound by time. Everything, I have to go, I am on run, I am running around. But for example, for 12 days we are going on Himalayan Yatra, where the time stops. There is no pressure. There is no need to look at the time to say, I don't have time. I don't have a time. So how to experience that one? Have you experienced that space where there is no pressure for you? I have to do. That freedom, Bhagavan Shri Krishna, the Upanishad talks about, he said, Trikalatita. Trikalatita, beyond the concept of past, present and future. And in the Vishwarupa Darshan, in the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Shri Krishna gave a divine eye to Arjuna, said, whatever you want to see, maybe incident happened 100 years back, 500 years back, or whatever it is happening now, any part of the world, or whatever you want to see in the future, you see it in me. Whatever you think you will see. If you want to see 500 years back, you will see the vision. Now and future, Shri Krishna showed that one who is above all three alone can give this vision. Bhagavan and Vedavyasa, when Kunti requested, he showed the vision of Karna had died, Karna had come, and even Panduraja, whoever have died, they came, and that vision, Vedavyasa, none other than Shri Krishna himself, showed that one, brought past into present. And in Ramayana, towards the end of the war, after the war, Dasharatha appeared in front of Ramachandra, brought past into present. That ability that Om is talking about, past, present and future, beyond that one. And I was talking about a great invention, how the great inventions are happening. It is not the paradigm shift. They think out of box. It is already there in other planes of the existence. Some great people, they have seen that one, maybe in the vision, or they were there in that plane. When they come down to the earth, they bring down that concept down. Nothing is new. It exists in some other plane. They bring it down. Trikalatita, Om says, not what you see alone is the truth. Beyond that one, truth lies. Truth doesn't confine to your eyes can cheat you, your ears can cheat you, your senses can cheat you. There is something beyond the concept of time. That is what Upanishad is talking about. Bhuta Bhavya Bhavat iti Trikalatitam, and the beyond the time, past, present concept of time. Sarvam Yetar Brahma Atma Brahma Soyam Atma Chatushpat. Brahma means I am Atma Brahma. There's Brahma Mayam Atma. I am Atma. Brahma is an for when I am saying I am, I was, I will be, I have to talk. The capital I is Brahma. Capital I, you cannot say I am. In Bible also it comes. Moses asked the question, who are you? And I am hath, I am hath, I have sent. I am hath, tell the people of Israel that I am hath sent. I am Atma. I am Atma. I am Atma Brahma, who I have sent. Capital I. Capital I is the representing to the Brahma. Who has sent? Tell, I has sent. In English, it is not a right word. I have sent. Who sent? I have I am hath. Who has sent? I has sent. I is God. It's here. I am Atma Brahma. Soyam Atma. This Brahma exists in the four levels: past, present, future, and beyond that one, Kalatita. 4 quarters. 4 quarters. And what is the wakeful state? It is talking about Om is A, U, Ma. A means Atita, past. Water has flown under the bridge, gone. U means Utpanna, present. Ma means Meya, what is happening in the future. A, U, Ma, and also A, whatever you say with mouth wide open, A, U, and whatever you say with whatever mouth wide open, lips closer or together, in whatever language, you cannot talk anything what is not God. As I said in other class, if somebody asks, what is the meaning of your name? I told them, I don't know what is the meaning of my name, but I know it is talking about the meaning of God. I myself have not. Parents would have named me as some X, whatever, but I have not realized. It is just a name. It is just a name for the name's sake. I do not have those qualities. It is just a name for the name's sake. But for God, that name is fully relevant. Fully relevant where it applies. It is for me, my name is just a number, just a namesake. It has no meaning for me. But for God, that name has a full meaning. Full meaning opens up in that one. Whatever you speak, that you cannot talk anything away apart from God. And even if you are saying only in the mental chatting, ma, nada. Nada is humming sound, or shanta, kala, bindu, kala, shanta, ati shanta. A dot, about to say, we say, I want to say something, but it is stuck here. Words are not coming out. Words are not coming out. It is stuck. The kala is there. It is not coming out. Bindu and shanta, very quiet. Ati shanta, nothing has come out from there. Everything comes out. That God is called as Ati shanta. From appears to be nothing is there. From that everything has come out. Whatever we are talking, very quiet. From the absolute stillness, one by one waves comes out. From Him, like that, everything comes out from Him. Jagarita sthano bahi prajna saptanga eka una vimshati mukha sthula book vaishwanara pratama padaha. Jagarita sthanam, in the wakeful state, this switch is open. My Ajna chakra is open. Jagarita sthanam, this is the wakeful state. Bahi prajna, in the wakeful state, only my outer world is open. As I said, my outer world is different to other person's outer world. I see what I want to see. Only I see only the things. My world is only this much. I only see that one. Jagarita sthanam, whereas God, we see only what we want to see. Our vision is limited. Though we have good eyesight, we see only the limited. God is called as Chakshus Chakshuhu. He is there within every eyes. His vision is, you can't comprehend His vision. And His eyes everywhere. Eyes everywhere, but we see only this much. And Jagarita sthanam bahi prajna, only outer knowledge. Saptanga eka una vimshati mukha sthula book. Only outside world, we enjoy only the gross things. Gross things, subtle things, many things we miss out. Miss out only the gross things we are engaging. The Saptanga. Saptanga involves 5 gross elements. Earth, water, fire, air, ether, then the heavenly region, and the other one is the sun, light. These are the Saptanga, and 19 mouths represents organs of action, 5 organs of knowledge, 5 prana, apana, vyana, udana, samana, and mana, buddhi, chitta, ahankara. These, with the 19 faculties, we launch out. We go out with these faculties. The Aditya with the eyes, we want to see the light. With the light, with the air, and the space, with the 7 dhatus, Saptanga and 19 faces, we march out in the world. We want to comprehend our world. Then Sthula book, in the gross, we only enjoy the gross things. And people who are only outbound, they can't enjoy the subtle things. Only gross things, joy fades away. And it cannot give the lasting happiness, because the name itself says gross. Sthula. Gross means very rough. In the like a painter, when the painter draws a picture, first draws a rough sketch. It is not yet finished. Rough. Gross means only the rough things we are enjoying, not the real one. Only like a mango, only the gross things means only the outer skin. We are enjoying only the outer skin. Then next shloka, swapnasthano anta prajna saptanga eka una vimshati mukam pravivik pravivikta book Taijasa dvitiya padaham. Taijasa, Vishwa here, outside light, we are going out. In the Saptanga, outside Aditya is replaced with Taijasa, inner light. For the outside, we need the Aditya, outside light. For the dream, I am seeing the movie. I am seeing everything in the dream, all the animals. I see myself sleeping in the dream. I see a dream that I am seeing something. In dream, I can see myself. Swapna, it is a subtle thing. Subtle thing, swapnasthano anta prajna, it is awareness of inner world. Outside gross world is not available. It is pravibuk taijasa. Pravibuk means subtle things. Taijasa, through the inner light. Where it is that, it is thrown at my throat center. Dvitiya pada, I start from here. Whole day I am awake and I am slipping into the sleep. I am outside. It is coming. I am passing through the threshold. This is the threshold, and I want to go in like somebody. I want to go in. Somebody stops me at the door. Hey, wait, don't go. You know what? I will tell you. It is not many people, they say they can't go into sleep. Somebody is stopping them. I have come after the long day work. I want to enter into my house. Somebody is stopping me at my door. You know what? I will show you something. I will show you something. Outside, I'm tired. I want to go in. Taijasa opened up. It is not allowing me to rest. Whole night I am seeing the movie and I wanted to go in. They stopped me here. Stopped me here. One dream after another. Maybe human with elephant face, or it's a horse with donkey face, or a dog face. It can be jumbled up. The things are jumbled up all over the place. We are stopped here. It is not allowing. Some people, they say, I do not know what the deep sleep means. I always, somebody stops me, keeps me stops me at the door and shows me the movies. Some excited people, when we want to go, they can't wait. Look what I have. You must see. You must see. This is the important thing. some outside so much of engagement this life or past life, so much of engagement, so much of outer dealing, because of connection, too much of entanglement, they are not allowing, letting me go in. They are stopping me at the threshold. They are stopping me here. They are not allowing me to go. And the next one, the third one, somehow I know people are waiting here. I bypass them and I go, and people are waiting to show the movie. I will say, sorry, I am not available for you, and I go deep into the heart center. I slip down. It slipped down into what is called as deep sleep. I'm tired. Look, I'm very tired. I have no time for you. And today, no movie. It is not a Friday. I can't come to the movie on Tuesday. Maybe a discounted ticket. I don't want to come on Tuesday. Sorry. It is not Friday. I'm not coming. I have gone here on to the heart center. Yatra supto na kanchana kamam kamayate na kanchana swapnam pashyati tat sushuptam. Sushupta sthano eki bhuta prajnana ganam eva anandamayo ananda book cheto mukha prajna tritiya pada prajna. This is the here prajna. No experience, total knockout. Like I am in anesthesia, no experience of the past, no experience of the gross world, no experience of the subtle world, total blank. All the outside world only I was saying, I did this one, I have this one, I have made that much, I. In the dream also I say, I saw the dream, I is there. In deep sleep, ego is totally has gone. There is no I. Why? I say I slept blissfully, because I is not troubling me. In the wakeful state, I is troubling. In the teacher's training review, I mentioned names. I am very hurt. I hurt. In the wakeful, I am very offended. In the dream, I saw the dream, bad dream, I am affected. But deep sleep, I is not there. What happened? I don't care. What happened, whether it's a freezing cold or it was raining, and I have no idea. Totally, I has gone. So, resulting in sushuptam. Su means sukha, blissful. Supta means sleeping. That is why sleep is called as slept blissfully. Sushupta means, su means sukha. My sleep, deep sleep has brought in lot of joy. Swapnasthana na kanchana. And there, supto, there is no desire. In the deep sleep, I have no desire. In the wakeful state, so much of desire. I have to do that one, I have to do this one, I have to plan for Himalaya in Rishikesh, I have to buy jewelry, I have to buy pearls, I have to do this one, I have to do that one, I have to make more money, I have to plan. Na kanchana, there is no planning, no desire at all in deep sleep. Kanchana swapnam, no desire prompted by the sleep. That is why no desire is there. They call as, in yoga also, the desire is the root cause for all your suffering. In deep sleep, why I am so happy, no desire at all. no desire at all. Because of that one, I am very happy. Sushuptasthanam eki bhuta. In that one, what needed to be seen, what is not seen, everything is not, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Tomorrow something I have to do, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Eki bhuta prajnana ganam, ajnana ganam. It's a bundle of total ignorance. Total eva anandamayo. In English, from there it has come, ignorance is bliss. Darkness is bliss. Means it is a temporary bliss. Sushuptasthana. Anandamayo, people, why they resort to drugs and alcohol, they want to get knocked down. I am not getting sleep. I want to get drunk and knock out. I want to get knocked off so that no awareness. I think that is the happiness. Prajnanagam, ignorant people, they think I want to get knocked off. That is the happiness. Ananda book, that is enjoying Cheto Mukhaha. It is a Cheto Mukhaha. It is gateway, seed of all consciousness. Happiness is the seed of all happiness. Cheto Mukhaha. Prajna Tritiya Padaha. This is the third level. We all living beings experience that one. Dog in our house also sometimes in the sleep appear to be sleeping but start barking also. Maybe seeing the dream, wakeful and deep sleep, common to everyone. There is no effort is required. I need not have to attend Upanishad class. I need not have to attend Bhagavad Gita class. I need not have to attend yoga. And if you ask somebody, do that one, you will get happiness. They will say, I'm already happy. The general commentary, they say, I'm already happy. I don't need those ones. I'm already happy. What this one is called as, it's a Tritiya Pada. In deep sleep, everyone is happy. No sadhana is required. Wakeful, dream and deep sleep are common. Without effort also you get. But after deep sleep, when your intoxication has gone off, again problem multiplies. Multiplied, same worry comes. Okay, same worry comes again. And so they thought about, is there any way out? Way out, knocked off, a small amount of happiness, again worry comes. How to mitigate that one? Then the mantra, Esha Sarveshwara, Esha Sarvajna, Esho Antar Yami, Esha Yoni, Sarvasya Prabhava Apyaya, Hi Bhutanam. One, I can't say, I want to go out. Who? I went to deep sleep, so deep sleep, I don't know what is happening. But who woke me up? Who woke me up? Now, today I want to see a dream, I want to see a movie, I think of I want to see something, but I see a totally different movie. Who is that controlling my dream sleep, a dream phase? Today I want to go into deep sleep, but whole night I'm tossing, I can't get sleep. Who is that giving me the deep sleep experience? And who is waking me up from the knock off, totally knocked off? Who woke me up? Who is that? The fourth one who is the master of all three, alone can give us that experience of wakeful, dream and deep sleep. I myself can't say today at tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock I will be there. I can't say that one. I may be road blockage or traffic, some accident. I can't for sure, I cannot say. In Mahabharata says, one person came to Yudhishthira, please give me some donation. Yudhishthira said, it is late in the night, you come tomorrow. Immediately Bhima started beating the drums. Drums means something good has happened. Yudhishthira then he knew Bhima can't do anything silly, wanted to find out, Bhima, you are beating the drums in a jubilation, what is the occasion? He said, you said tomorrow come I will give you. I am beating the drum because you are for sure tomorrow you will be able to give. I met somebody, for sure I will do it tomorrow. You have conquered the death. That is why I am beating. Immediately Yudhishthira realized, what is the guarantee tomorrow I will see tomorrow? I may not be alive. Bhima said, whatever good you want to do it, good, do it now, not to say tomorrow I will do. After 1 month, next year, after I retire, after I have lot of money I will do. Bhima said, you have not seen this one. It is this shloka is talking about one who can give all experiences, that Sarveshwara. He is called as Master of all, Lord of all, Knower of all, Indweller of all, Vasudeva, Yesha Yonihi, from which everything comes out, from there everything gets dissolved. Hi Bhutanam, he is that Om. It's a defined Om as that one. Om Bhadram Karne Vishrunayama Devaha.
Om Bhadram Karne Vishrunayama Devaha.
Bhadram Pashyemakshabherya Jatraha.
Bhadram Pashyemakshabherya Jatraha.
Striyangaihi Stushtvang Swastanubihi.
Stirai Angaihi Stushtuvan Swastanobihi.
Vishema Devahitam Yadayuhu.
Vyashema Devahitam Yadayuhu.
Swastina Indro Vrudrashravaha.
Swastina Indro Vrudrashravaha.
Swastina Pusha Vishwavedaha.
Swastina Pusha Vishwavedaha.
Swastina Starkshu Arishtanemihi.
Swastina Stakshu Arishtanemihi.
Swastino Brihaspatir Dadatu.
Swastino Brihaspatir Dadatu.
Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Namo Namaha. Now ask me a question series. I have a couple of questions. Asked, I want to get rid of my ego. What I have to do? That person asked. I said, not to get rid of your ego. Ego, if you get rid of ego, that person is like a person in coma. You need an ego, but have a ego which won't impede your progress. Don't say, I don't want to have ego. Ego is a must. I want to learn, I want to go, I want to attend. Without that one, that ego, you become like a vegetable. And another question asked, where can I find my guru? And you cannot find a guru in the supermarket. You can't keep looking for in a supermarket or in the bazaar. You, the name itself, I want to find my guru. Their ego is there. When the ego is there, how can you find it? You have to melt your ego. I want to find in the market. I want to find in the bazaar. It is you have to suppress that one. Those are the two questions. And now over to the attendees. The platform is open. either today's or any other topics I raised in the class.
Guruji, I have just one very small one related to what you just mentioned some time back, where Veda Vyasa is none other than Narayana, you said. Why then is Veda Vyasa not considered as one of the prominent avatars? We talk about Dashavatara, right? So why... probably I didn't know that, right? But just learned it from
now among 24 avatars, Vedavyasa name comes, and the prominent one, they Paritranaya Sadhanam, simultaneously, that Sri Krishna is called as Purna Avatara. When the Purna is there, like complete, when the complete is there, another one, he is also that avatar to scribe whatever Krishna, God, to write about God alone can write. He has written that one, but in 24 avatars his name comes. And Vyasaya Vishnu Rupaya Vyasa Rupaya Vishnave, it comes as, yeah. Thank you. And any more comments, questions? Yes, Rita. Yeah.
We talk about Sushupti, deep sleep, and when we do meditation also, there is the aspect of going deep within. Are they similar?
That bliss you get in Sushupti, in deep sleep, yes, you get bliss, but you are not aware that you are in bliss. In meditation also is called as Sushupti. Sushupti, you are bliss, but you are enjoying. That concept comes in next class, but you are continuously enjoying, you are reveling, you are experiencing. You are experiencing the joy in meditation. Whereas in deep sleep, you are not, no experience at all. No experience.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Any more question? Sumana, any? Yeah. Any more questions? Yeah. Otherwise.
Question, please.
Yeah.
One question is what you talked about, two questions about ego and finding a guru. Does a person need ego to have a desire to find guru?
Yeah. Now, where can I find? That is a good ego, but when I start going for a guru collection, then I put a prerequisite. It should be like this. I have very short the patience. My guru has to do this by this time. By tomorrow, I put a precedence. My guru should, this one, after 1 month, I did not get what I wanted, I will find another guru. I find another guru. There is no submission involved. I put this one, guru has to comply with my requirement. Not I am complying with guru's requirement. It's my demand is so that it's guru has to comply with this one. If required, I will throw some donation at him, but he has to fulfill my requirement. So I am important, not the guru. In the real sense, I have to comply whatever required. That is the submission. Not otherwise I will find another guru. Guru is so scared of losing the student. What will happen? This person leaves. So, the many gurus are in the market. They are there at the mercy of the students because they don't want to lose the numbers. Okay, and
sir, how did other masters like Swami Vivekananda Agli or anyone, how did they find Guru? Because there are many, but I would like to hear it from you.
Yeah, the Guru found them when Vivekananda saw the aura, radiance, knowledge of Ramakrishna, Sri Ramakrishna. He melted himself down. No more questions. No more questions. He knows. One person went to, in 1960, went to Rishikesh to question. He was a great scholar from Tamil Nadu, went to Rishikesh to question Swami Shivananda. I know I have learned so many questions, Upanishad, Vedas. I will make the Swami Shivananda helpless. I will ask so many questions. He has to admit that he did not know. This person went near the Swami Shivananda, looking at his aura and his stature. He was near the Ganga bank. Shivananda was coming down to take a dip in Ganga, looking at from distance. He had so much of this one looking at him, he fell flat at his feet. No more arrogance, no more questions. Please guide me. Guide me that when the student is ready, teacher appears. Otherwise, maybe Shivananda, so many people on the Ganga in Rishikesh would have seen Shivananda, Swami Shivananda, but students were not ready. For this person, he was ready and the time was there. Immediately that person realized. Swami Ramakrishna, so many people used to come and take prasad, but Swami Shivananda, Vivekananda was ready. Looking at him, he melted down. Until then, only the mental gymnastics. Any more comments, questions?
So anyone who is seeking a guru, it will just happen.
I had to prepare myself. I had to prepare myself. Student has to be ready. Aneka janma samprapta karma bandha vidahine. So many lives, aneka janma, so many lives have been trying. When the time is right, when I have prepared the week after so many lives of preparation, Guru will come and light it up. The light of knowledge shines. I have not prepared, I don't have the lamp itself, I don't have the wick, I don't have the fuel. I am looking out for a Guru who will find me a lamp, who will find me a wick, who will find me a oil. I want a Guru to do everything. Then I will say that I found a Guru, not that one. You prepare yourself. Then it will happen. Thank you. Yes, Devi.
So no, sir. Extension is so it is outside our capability to know the moment that we have found a Guru. We just have to keep searching.
Yes.
As in, we have to keep our effort.
Yeah, it is to find a Guru. God's grace should be there. It is the God who brings a contact bring you in contact with the Guru. It's Hari Kripa is required to find a Guru. With the Guru Kripa, you will know the Hari. And both are, it is only the Hari Kripa is required. God's grace is required. and that match also to happen. Yes, Deviji. Yeah. If you do not have. Yes, Christina, you want to.
Studying our topic from Mandukya Upanishad. Like practical question. I work with people with dementia. Some of them. I'm just wondering what state they are, because they are not like in reality sometimes.
Yeah, that is
So,
mainly
but it's
the.
not a dream as well.
Yeah, it is like a third state. Third state, they are drugged up and hallucination, schizophrenia, hallucination. It's all through the medical condition. This wrong wiring, short circuit in the brain, and it is wakeful, dream, and deep sleep. And another one is fourth one is called as abnormal state. It is some disease. It is not. It cannot be called as the fourth phase. It is an abnormal phase.
So they are in a few states in the same moment. Yes. So
Yeah.
For example, we are going and looking for their parents, and they are like 90 years old. So it's like a dream, but they are doing like in the waking state. So
Hallucination and effect of medication also. They are stuck in some part of the life. Some people, they are still stuck at 20 years in that state. They don't want to move. The brain stops there. Yeah.
like so mixed up.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Guruji, one on ego, just what you mentioned, ego is must to learn. Without it, you are, it's like you're a vegetable. Is this ahamkara?
Yeah.
Is there any other term you would use for this type
No,
of
no,
ego?
it's, yes, ahamkara should be there. Shiva is the controller of ahamkara. Ahamkara should not trouble to you, but it should be beneficial. That I want to learn, that without ahankara I can't do, but only ahankara to lift myself. Not, look what I have, not that one. Look what I have, that is ahankara. Ahankara means I want to learn. Without aham, I can't do anything. If I is not there, I don't feel like getting up also. I want to learn, I want to evolve. I want to, without I can't, but that ahankara should not come in my way of learning. You have to know when to, how much you have to allow your ego to grow. If it becomes too big, it becomes a barrier for yourself. You should know how much is enough. You should know. And without ahankara, like Nisha, she should have ahankara. If somebody start troubling her, she should stand up. You are some Nisha is not becoming a doormat. Somebody it's off the street doing, she should able to stand up. How she is able to stand up? Because of ahankara. Ahankara should be there. When to stand up, you should know, and when not to stand. That under the control, that is ego. If that ego is not there, whoever does anything, I don't respond, that is not the spirituality. Okay? Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Dhanyavad. If you have no more question, we will see you again tomorrow in the intense class or Saturday in Bhagavad Gita class. Dhanyavad.